So true story, 2 years ago, the deal behind us fell in our laps. It was an off-market deal that came to us by some brokers. And at the time, my business partner and I, we underwrote the deal, we loved the deal. We submitted an offer to these three owners that we thought was really healthy and was a good number. 2 out of the 3 owners actually wanted to move forward, but one of them actually held out. Fast forward 2 years later, we now own it. It is now called the Barstow at Austin, Texas. But here's the strange part. In 2 years, the value of this asset has increased by over $7 million. Nothing's changed. The NOI didn't go up crazy, but it's just how crazy Austin is growing right now. Cap rates are compressed like hell. We actually partnered with a big private equity firm out of the West Coast from San Francisco who could stomach these lower returns, and we're able to close on this deal last month. Gets even better. During the closing process, another deal falls in our hands, the deal directly across the street. This was called Lincoln Oaks, also now called the Barstow. So we have, in a period of like 2 months, nearly 600 units closed, and it's just super exciting to get underway here to combine these 2 assets, to rebrand them to the Barstow, to start doing the value add projects that we want to do to here. But it's been a long 2 years coming since we first saw this asset all that time ago. And I think the big lesson learned here is just like, be persistent. It's a long game. Doing real estate is a long game, and we're now I'm standing here as proof of what can actually come to fruition if you are persistent. I've got to do a podcast on this whole acquisition in the next couple of weeks, so wait for that to drop, and have an awesome weekend. Cheers.